Hey guys, I know it's been a while. Life has been very crazy. It usually does this in the beginning of the holiday season, but I am still around doing well, making big changes in my personal life, which I always am. Those of you who know me for a while know that I'm always hustling, looking for the next greatest opportunity, next, step in my career, next growth, something I can get smarter, better, learn from. That's just who I am. I don't like to be stagnant. I don't like to be bored. I don't like to lack. So, what I recently came across in conversations throughout my life is the stigma around the term microdosing. It was recently where I realized that people really are ignorant to what microdosing truly means and how it can be applied in someone's life. It's not always centered around drugs, but a lot of people that have always stayed away from any kind of alternative medicine that the doctor does not approve of in every single way, straight laced, everything must be FDA approved, not entertaining anything that's just research only, not entertaining any alternative thing because that's just, they require that kind of structure, I guess is what you can call it. But the people that, turn up their nose to people like me, um, being a kratom consumer or supporting alternative medicine because of the research that's out there and how it's benefited my life. I'm guessing unless you have had to be faced with the choices that I've had to be faced with, neck surgery, living in chronic pain, and pretty much having to choose between narcotics, prescriptions with horrible side effects, but the doctor prescribed it, so it must be okay, or something that's natural but taboo. Unless that person has had to be faced with that kind of hard decision, they are in no position to have a strong opinion on it. They should just keep their mouth shut and really not be so judgmental, because what I've come to know is the people that are just truly ignorant to something, they have a strong opinion on it, or they follow the stigmas, let's say. So that's the whole purpose of my channel, has always been to combat those taboo stigmas that really people that just love to judge and profile really need to be educated. And it's good to come from someone like me that has never taken hard drugs, that has never gone to jail, that grew up in a good Christian home, that went to church, that's educated, went to college, graduated, that has this kind of background that's straight laced. But then, oh my God, she likes microdosing. She says microdosing. Oh my God, that must be drugs. Or she supports kratom, so she must be supporting other things that are illegal. Or she supports marijuana, which is federally illegal, so technically it's illegal drugs. It's just, it's exhausting, but that's why I'm motivated to do it and come out with these videos. So in this video, it's really going to be educating the world on what microdosing is, how it's been used throughout the recent years, and how it's not just about drugs at all. The earliest time where microdosing was introduced in the medical field, medical realm, was when they started doing placebo testing. Placebo is obviously like a sugar pill, but the patient is not told that. They're not told which one is a placebo pill. And it's pretty much all mental on these kind of placebo research and case studies that they do. They want to see if our mind, which is a very powerful thing, can fix itself simply by thinking and believing something. And studies have already shown that that is the case. Our mind is a very powerful thing, and we do control a lot of what happens to us physically, mentally, etc. So that is how microdosing kind of entered the scene. They would put a little bit of a medicine and mix it with the placebo, and instead of the full dose, to see if that was sufficient enough for some people. And studies did show that it was, and I'll add the link to where I'm getting this information down in the description notes, so you have it. And so microdosing is used for medication prescriptions, commonly used with SSRIs, so Prozac, all the antidepressants. And so the studies would see if people really had to take a full dose of Prozac. So they mixed it, they microdosed this patient with Prozac, but at small numbers, to see if it did the same, at least the same, maybe less, than a full dose with another patient, right? So they do these kind of studies. Microdosing is a very common technique that has been used and continues to be used throughout the medical field. It, of course, has... I am a mom, that's why I'm like always trying to get these videos out, because I have to stop, pause, and be a mom, and then go back to my videos. So please ignore the noise. He's enjoying some snacks. Which, side note, he loves port wine cheese. It's not all alcoholic. It's already been boiled out, but it has the flavor of port wine in the cheese. He will eat the crap out of that. We got in a habit of that when we lived in Europe for years. We love port wine cheese. Okay. So, thank you. So, of course, microdosing trickled down into other areas of society. They wanted to try that, and they jumped on the doctors jumped on the opportunity to try microdosing with LSD and psilocybin, so the psychedelics. And that is when it really took off, the term, the usage of it. That was kind of the beginning of it being switched to a taboo thing, because the research was so profound that it really spread. And people learned microdosing, LSD, drugs. I guess that's a new thing that people do, is microdosing. And it got twisted around and altered accordingly. That's just what society does best. So what I like to do, which I share, I like to microdose CBD. I like to microdose kratom. I like to microdose various legal alternative medicine, because I don't want the full effect at all. I can't have the full effect. No, gonna hurt their ears. Ew, what did you put on this? Okay. When you have a career, when you're a mother, when you have responsibility, when you do come from respectable background, where you try to be a good human being and make good, smart choices and be a benefit to society, you want to microdose. I encourage microdosing because that's what responsible parents and adults do. When there's something that they need, let's say you're like me and you live with chronic pain, and the things that are out there that help with chronic pain either alter your perspective too much, or really are great and doesn't affect you, but yet doesn't cover the pain as good as other things, you usually want to find common ground that will help you. So because I have a high tolerance to pain, I am able to microdose and get the relief that I need, even while still putting up with some of the pain. But it's not worth my mind being unstable when I have responsibilities. And so microdosing has been a lifesaver for me with things that are very common and used legally. So the whole taboo is just really disappointing, and it just gives me more ideas on videos to educate people. Yes, you can microdose anything under the sun. Some are just stupid to do, but some are really useful. If you don't want the full hit of something, you microdose it. I recommend checking out the links that I'll add in the description notes to do your own research. That's what I always encourage. Don't just take my word for it. I like to share facts, knowledge, research, studies, whatnot. But that's my 2 cents on the term microdosing and how it's just got a bad rep by just ignorance. But whatever, what are you gonna do? Thanks for watching. I have more videos coming in the near future. The holidays do shut things down and close things down, and certain events really affected me emotionally that I just wasn't able to really present good material to you guys, so I wasn't even gonna bother. I have to be genuine. If I'm not genuine, I just don't do it. But things have gotten better now. I have a better, clear direction on some certain life choices that I need to make. So those are seasons. We all go through those kind of seasons. It's a part of life. No one has it easy. You know, there's ranges of difficulty, sure. Some people can handle really extreme difficulties, whereas another person, if they have the same difficulty, would not be able to handle it at all, because it's just our level and our mentality and our uniqueness and how we're able to manage life. But life is life, and we always have those moments where you just need to step back and heal yourself, take care of yourself, put yourself first, put your loved ones first, recenter yourself, get back on track. So I hope you guys are doing well. Happy holidays. I'm excited for it. I'll be sharing a vlog here soon about our household during this season. Take care, guys.